Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant News, and TSM versus 100 Thieves was the big discussion of last night. The Mickey Mouse tournament concludes with the new roster 100 Thieves have up against the Mickey Mouse champions with massive improvements late, that being the TSM boys. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. Well on the way to 10,000 subs now, over the halfway mark between 9 and 10. Just absolutely love to see it. Now something we don't love to see of course is what's going on right now in the world in general. Now, well, unfortunately, the EMEA Champions Tour Week 3 games have been postponed as a result. The CIS ones, of course, going to get postponed because, like, no one really knows what's going on right now. No one knows what the implications are for the Russian players, for the Ukrainian players. Like, just what's going on in the region right now is absolute chaos, and it totally makes sense to, you know, put esports to the back burner for now in those regions. And even the long-term implications here are very significant, right? There's been some talk about kind of what people are saying within the organizations, right, that come from these regions, and you know, what it could mean in terms of visas, right? Because if these guys want to play international lands, like Russian players want to play international lands, like are the visas going to get cancelled right in those regions? That's certainly a possibility. So the long-term implications, I don't really know if anyone knows for sure what's going to happen here, but for now the EMEA Week 3 games are getting postponed as a result. So well, they'll update a timeline relatively soon on what actually might happen as a result of this, but yeah, just very unfortunate stuff to see. The other reasons I think are for now kind of well in the clear, but I'll do my best to keep you guys updated on the situation. This also from ESL Thailand, because of course, well, we've got the Thailand VECT also going on right now. Now, X10 Crit was a fantastic squad in that region last year. They've now been signed to Xerxia, which interestingly enough was the team that, this is the old X10 Crit lineup. X10 Crit now have a new lineup, and well, they actually got disqualified the new X10 Crit lineup in their match for an unauthorized communication. Now, we believe this is because of the coach was talking to the players. This is something which we've seen so often as of late in both North America, the Help Suez thing, also in Europe, right, with the whole G2 type stuff that was going on with Pipson behind the scenes, talking in a clutch the Nuki had, and seemingly this is finding its way to other regions as well. Very frustrating really to see that these guys don't seem to learn, right? Surely, you know at this point, don't say anything to your team because it's not allowed. The coach is not allowed to communicate with their players during the game itself. When these games are done online, like that is I guess kind of possible. They can also potentially type in their own team's chats, and maybe the admin won't actually see it, which well doesn't always go to their favor, as we've seen in, well, for example, T1 relatively recently. But well, as a result, X10 Crits get effectively disqualified from this game, and I'm pretty sure not just disqualified for the game, but just straight up disqualified for the entirety of Stage 1 challenges, which I guess, well, it just sets a precedent, right? Like if this happens, you're getting straight up DQ'd for the entirety of it. Unlucky, you're not going to the playoffs, so good luck with that one. Good luck, I guess, well, getting back into the league next time around. And well, their actual coach, Obi, right here, is suspended from coaching duties from all teams as a result of things. But I mean, yeah, interesting stuff, right? Because I mean, are the players complicit in this? Like if the coach says something, I guess they have more information than we do, but it was always a wonder, like if the coach is doing this, are the players on board to some degree, or like is the coach just saying this, right, and the players don't actually want it but they still listen to the information? Like it's always a strange one when cheating is involved, but that is the decision that the Thai VCT seems to be making right now. Let's dive into the North American region, because another tournament goes down last night, a Knights Arena tourney, and well, we looked at kind of how the bracket did look, and we were hoping that we might get a TSM versus T1 rematch. That did not happen though, and of course 100 Thieves were on the upper side. They made it all the way to the grand finals with their new roster. But firstly, this from Steel, lost 2-1 to Renegades in a nice February gauntlet, missing shots, missing timing windows, rushing situations without a plan, going too slow, we need to speed up, not sticking to the plan, etc, etc. Sorry to all the fans, we'll be back stronger, as we always tweet out. But yeah, must be said really that for all Steels, you know, the talk late from some of the T1 guys, how they've been performing, like the expectation that a lot had for this team, they really haven't done all that much so far, right? I mean, losing to Renegades here, like, look, it's a Mickey Mouse tournament, as some people say, it's an online tournament, but you know, we're not necessarily the greatest teams, but here there were some pretty good teams on display, like of course none of the VCT squads from the region, but you'd have thought that T1 at this point would have been in a good position to actually make some sort of run here. But so far, T1 are really not living up to the expectations of the vast majority of the community. Some, well, definitely surprising stuff that these guys have been so poor so far. They lose to Renegades. In fairness, Renegades, obviously a solid squad, as Roy tweets out, can't be the best Sky in North America. Maybe you can take on number 2. But still, T1 were out of there. This is the final series scoreboard, as you can see. So yeah, Renegades take the job done. Randy gets the job done, 51-46. Steel, again, like this is just what's frustrating right about the state of this team, is that Steel 52-47, like it is, well, technically in terms of ACS, the best performing player on the team. Like that's not meant to be the case, right? Like your IGL kind of an OG guy like Steel is not meant to be the pretty much the top fragger on the team. Like Seven and Pony especially, those are the guys who in theory are meant to be stepping up here and dropping crazy numbers, and I guess Thryfo as well in a similar category. Hasn't really worked out for this team so far, but in fairness, a team like TSM also was in a very difficult spot after failing to qualify for North American Challenges points, and now has seemingly turned things around rather significantly. In the top side of the bracket, it was 100 Thieves. They played up against TSM Academy. They took down TSM Academy quite comfortably, and then they played TSM in the finals. Before that went through, Nadeshot, that team is better than TSM. Trust me when I say that. Talking about the TSM Academy as well. So yeah, maybe Nadeshot needs to pick up the TSM Academy or something if this current iteration of 100 Thieves does not work out. But yeah, turns out TSM actually is slightly stronger than the TSM Academy, as we shall see here in the grand finals. Subrosa and the TSM guys make it through the lower half of the bracket. They take down Renegades. They make it all the way to the grand finals, and they will play there over against the 100 Thieves guys. Now, of course, Subrosa, the IGL now for TSM. We've got Ethan with the IGL responsibility over at 100 Thieves, and this is how things go. 100 Thieves take down Ambox 2-1. They beat the TSM Academy before that, and now, well, Renegades, they beat them, TSM do, to leave this as a fantastic little grand final. 100 Thieves team that will be involved in this upcoming VCT this weekend, and also the TSM guys looking to improve drastically and qualify for the second stage of it, which seemingly they are doing at the present time. So, well, this is first of all because Bang was he was on a mission, I suppose, to take down his former teammates. This guy's trying to beat TSM on every single organization he joins. Elgato is kind of the former name of the Leviathan, right? Who's of course alongside the rest of the boys, Rossi, Corey, Wardell, and Zabros. But 100T Bang was certainly coming for the throat, and well, it looked like they were going to go down 2-0 here pretty comfortably. Nature was obviously pretty frustrated, already down 1-0. It's at 10-2, and Asuna makes a crazy play to at least keep them alive here on this split, and they actually bring this series back all the way. Like, Asuna made some crazy plays towards the end of the game, had a fantastic 3k in the final round as well, some unbelievable trigger discipline, and I mean, yeah, that brought the way back all for the way from 10-2 to actually winning the game, and well, taking it to a game 3. As Asuna says, he was 1-11 at one point, ended up 21-18 to win this team the map. So yeah, just phenomenal work from those guys. Like, still, actually bringing this back against TSM, making it competitive was respectable, but at the same time, it is only TSM, right? They haven't looked all that great, but obviously clearly have been improving massively. So good to see the improvement from TSM and also from 100 Thieves. This new lineup looks solid, but it's still, as of yet, nothing spectacular. They end up losing this series 2-1 anyway, had no energy, but it worked. Feeling well on these rolls. We are on the right path, back-to-back Mickey Mouse tournament victories. So yes, good to see from Subrosa and the TSM guys. They're back in business, as Aleko says here as well. 2-1, didn't want Nadeshot to do the same thing, so we let it be close, right? Saying that, okay, if we had won that split, like, I don't know, 13-2 or something, maybe Nadeshot pulls the trigger already on another roster change. But even after this solid performance from 100 Thieves and good one from TSM, people are still far from convinced that this 100 Thieves lineup is going to be the one to take this team to the playoffs, to Masters, and to Champions and beyond that as well. As Ethan says, Mickey Mouse gods are too good, right? TSM, they just dominate all these tourneys. Next match, of course, Sunday in the VCT. Now, well, as Hiko says, just good practice, right? Good reps, good practice. That's generally what this is about. They did the boot camp, they got some good practice in, but again, things do not get any easier for them, right? They still have to play, I believe, LG, Evil Geniuses, and X sets over the coming weeks, and well, they need to win pretty much all 3 of those, if not just 2, with great results in terms of round count, if they want to actually get through to the playoffs. This then was the final bracket. TSM take down 100 Thieves 2-1 in the grand finals. These are the final series scoreboard as well, 2-1. All the games were very close, right? Because Icebox went 13-15. It went all the way to overtime. Game 2 on split was 12-14 in favor of 100 Thieves after they made this crazy comeback on the CT side here, as Split took it to overtime, got the job done, and then Ascent 13-10. So, well, close fought affair. Wardell was a monster here on the final Ascent on the Chamber. Just really exciting when Chamber comes into play to such great utility, to be honest. And yeah, he dominated the series, plus 24. So yeah, Wardell was a monster. Chamber on all 3 maps. That seems to be the composition that TSM are having the most success with right now. Very much intrigued to your perspective in the comment section below. And just to finish off with a couple of things here from TenZ, really just watching this gameplay. IMO, reduce phantom bullets counts. Watching and playing games feels so much more boring when people just spam their full 30 bullet clip for free without being punished and getting lucky kills. Trying to live in a Vandal meta, so obviously some bias here. Yeah, certainly some players, they prefer the Phantom, they prefer the Vandal, but that's the thing, the Phantom being silenced, you can just spray through, like, and you have so many bullets in your mag and the 30 bullets in the clip as well. There's, I mean, yeah, you can just spam for days and potentially get easy kills without being punished at all. But I mean, yeah, maybe TenZ says something should be reduced in this way, but at the same time, if well, the amount of bullets in the Phantom was reduced, then I guess the Vandal gets too strong as a consequence. But again, something I guess for you guys to consider. This is also from Zoms, how to delete someone else's tweets, because well, he doesn't want the right developers listening to this one and taking action, I suppose, as a result. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, tell the YouTube gods it's a good video, and I was like, you should see it as well, and help grow the competitive Valorant community. Thank you much as always, take care, and I will see you next time.
They can move in on this. As back to his up for Ethan. Asuna ready for them to come to the doors right through. Can they find one more 20v1? They know where he's at. He updrafts up on top of the stone.
No way.
The question is though,
Oh my God.
will he fall like Humpty Dumpty or will he rise like the king? The spree goes in. Okay, that's the clutch, baby. He not crack it in half.
Dude, this kid was born to play this game.
All right, that.
As the KO's ultimate finally expires, Elgato versus Roy. And the recon bolt will spot Roy out, actually. Doesn't get away in time.
Mako fakes the ultimate. Oh my goodness. That baits Roy out. Massive play from Elgato. TSM secure a 7th. That was almost like an anticlimactic end to what was, or what could have been, a monumental clutch from Roy. He stepped up in a big way, but it's not enough in the end.
He's been playing very patiently too.
Nope.
He's the steps. That's one. Oh my God! Immediately 4K, 4 bang. Who says patient does?